Hello, hello, beautiful, blessed people. Hope all is well. I am Christine, your Zen Wellness Mama, and welcome to my Zen Wellness space. It's my goal as a Zen Wellness Mama, if it's your first time here, to be the oracle of hope, inspiration, love, equanimity for all those that enter my space. And I do this by sharing my applied knowledge and sparked by ancient wisdom in order to share what I have learned in regards to intuitive wellness to all those that enter my space. So, if it's your first time here, welcome, welcome. I do a whole bunch of things. I am in a cosmic doula, which is a new thing that I'm categorizing myself as a cosmic doula, intuitive astrologer, intuitive human design, empowerment coach, all of the things. I love numerology, I love divination and tarot, and as a Virgo moon and rising, I really use all of the applied knowledge and tools that I have in order to really communicate it in a tangible way, in a tangible, organized way that all those that enter this space can understand. And my Gemini sun really kind of loves to communicate and loves to chat about it and talk through things. And so I always reflect on the cosmic weather, whether that be the astrological weather, and trust and believe we have a lot going on this week, or whether it be the human design. And I have been getting into really enjoying studying more human design transits. So I can't wait to share some of that with you all. So if it's your first time here, welcome. Invitation to come back for some more cosmic insights for the week or for the month or for some divination based on your human design type. I have lots of stuff in this Zen wellness space. So welcome, welcome, welcome. My intention for this video particularly is to talk about the cosmic insight for the week, or the cosmic overview for the week, and there's a lot going on. In this video in particular, I'll be focusing on the human design planetary transits, so super excited to dig about that. And of course, we'll get into the moon vibe, and we'll get into the planetary cosmic shifts that are going on, because boy do we have a lot. The time of me recording this is Tuesday, July 11th, and yesterday we had so many shifts in the planets. Mars entered into Virgo. We what other shifts happened? We had just a lot of shifts happen. And so I'm excited to share that all with you now. And at the end, I feel like I'm going to pull some oracle cards or messages for the week. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so starting off this week, first let me talk about the moon vibe. Let's usher us into the moon, shall we? Using the moon to usher us in. And so, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. So, you know, Virgo, I got to take all the notes. And I take all of these notes in a beautiful Notion document. I don't know if you can see here, but this is the Notion document that I use. It's got the human design transits, the overview for the week, my particular house transits, and what's going on for me personally, as well as the general transits. And then I do a cosmic spread and reflection questions. So if you work with me and you're one of my clients, I provide this to you every week. So all of the downloads and details of what's going on cosmically, I provide this to you every week so that it's in your Notion document, your Notion dashboard, your spiritual matrix dashboard, which is like the hub where I work with all of my clients. And I really provide this to you every week so you can just sit with the information and really see how to work with the cosmic energies of the week in order to empower my clients to see, hey, you know, there's a lot of shifts going on. That's maybe why you're feeling a certain way, or why this is coming up for you, or because this is coming up for you, this is some activities or things that you can do. Excuse the noise in the background. But yeah, let's start off with the moon vibes. So the moon vibes this week, we have the Taurus moon, we have the Gemini moon, and the Cancer moon. Those are all the lunar energies we are flowing with. And we also have the last quarter moon. We're in the last quarter moon phase from Monday to Tuesday. And that's going to be in Taurus. So the Taurus moon is going to be from Monday to Wednesday. And then we'll enter Monday to Thursday. And then we'll enter the Gemini moon on Friday, leading us to the Cancer moon starting on Sunday. And next week we have a Cancer new moon. So super excited for that to come. But let's talk about the lunar energies right now. So Taurus moon. Oh, Taurus moon. What do I like to do during a Taurus moon? I like to cook a good meal, really be intentional about how I'm cooking, and to really invite in and invoke in all of my senses. So I may bring out my, essential oils, bring in some scents into my life. I might find some pleasure of putting my hands in the soil, really just feeling that touch and the texture of the soil. It's really a time to nurture ourselves and find the sensuality in life, is kind of what I like to think as during the Taurus moon. So it's grounded energy, right? So and also beware of being too fixed or being too stubborn in your opinions at this time. But it's all about loyalty, sensuality, earthiness, patience, indulgence, consistency. So thinking about these energies from Monday through the 10th through really Thursday. So majority of the week we're going to be in this Taurus lunation, lunar energies. And I just want to speak about the last quarter moon a little bit. The last quarter moon is all about evaluating and aligning with higher guidance. So when I think about the last quarter moon, I think of like that high priestess energy where she's on the border or she's guarding the gates into the subconscious world or to the underworld. And that's kind of what the last quarter energy is in the heroic journey. The last quarter energy is that step where the hero really reaches the point of mastery from the initiation that it currently went through. So from that point of mastery, what are you kind of entering into this world, and what are you doing? It's a time of collaborating and connecting with your higher self, really tuning in to some of those intuitive downloads at this time. It's an invitation for us to do the things that we've done. So now that we've journeyed through that underworld, like how are we going to, walk our talk once we're on this, this other side of the gate. So some activities that you can do during this Taurus moon is to really, I like to say, just like really pleasure yourself. I like to cook a good meal during the Taurus moon, or give yourself a self massage, rubbing your body down in some sensual oils or things like that. So that's our Taurus moon energy. And then we enter into a Gemini moon on Friday. So it's perfect time for the weekend, into the weekend to really chat it out, to communicate with others. Gemini, I'm a Gemini, so I like to talk. I am very wordy. A lot of words come out of my mouth. So invitation to use this time to connect with to communicate and connect with others, and to really get curious about some of the things that are happening around you, to see different perspectives or to see different sides. Gemini is a mutable air sign. So not only are our thoughts like really processing, but we're looking at different, sides to things. We're getting curious. We're learning more. We're asking questions. We're communicating. So invitation to do that, some of that during the weekend. This weekend in general is a beautiful time with the Sun Sextile Uranus energy to get out, to explore, to meet new people, to communicate with those people. And because if you do that and you're exploring different experiences, some beautiful gifts are going to come to you because it is that sexual energy, that harmonizing energy. So some beautiful things are happening. So as we end the week and enter a new week, we're flowing into that Cancer moon, mama, home, cozy, warm cup of soup, a vibe. So it's time to spend time with your loved ones now that you've been out in the streets, coming back home, getting ready for the new week, retreating, doing your Sunday rituals, coming back home, really nurturing yourself, nurturing your body, nurturing your family, having some of those focused family time, letting the emotions flow. Cancer moon during Cancer season, cry it out. Don't be afraid to let those emotions flow during this time. Cancer new moon. So we're working on building our intentions, right? This is the really the waiting. Give us energy before we really start this new initiation energy. So it's an invitation for us to slow things down. We've reemerged from the underworld. We are seeing things new, really seeing new things so that we can slow things down to really be prepared to embody that new moon energy, to really go into the soil of the darkness and to really set seeds for this new cycle that we have, this new lunar cycle that we have coming up. So that's just the moon vibes, y'all. That's just the moon vibes. While we're in the moon vibes, let's just stick with astrology, and then we'll get into the HD of astrology, which is human design, and we'll talk about the planetary shifts in there too. So with starting off this week, whoa, Monday. How was Monday for y'all? How was Monday for y'all? We had so much going on. Mars entered into Virgo. Yesterday we had the moon entering into Taurus, and there was something else that I can't remember right now, but Monday is like that raw energy. It was intense. It was a lot of things. Mercury was opposing Pluto, and on Monday or the 10th, and Mercury opposing Pluto is really time for us to, so I don't know if there was like really investigating thoughts, like really going into the fine details, getting into the deep, of your thoughts and your moods. And with Mars entering into Virgo, it's like really asking us to, and it's going to be there. So Mars in Virgo is going to be there to August 27th, and it's really asking us to take action with strategy, take action with motivated strategy. Mars is the planet of action, of war, of doing things, of getting things done, the physical body, physical exercise, physical thing, like really being embodied and really feeling confident and embodied. And Virgo is the energy of of service. Virgo is the only astrological symbol that represents a woman, so that like of serving, like taking care of things, like really advocating for women. And Virgo is very strategic about what they do. They're ruled by Mercury, so again processing some of that data but in the earthly form, really materializing it. Okay, so how can I use this information in a productive way, and how can I use this information in a productive way to serve my community? With that Mars energy, what do I need to take action on now from what has been downloaded to me in order to serve the community? Now is for time for me to take action on the things that I've been working on. Strategic action. So in doing things well done in a critical, well way. Virgo, it definitely loves like self-knowledge. So using some of that self-knowledge to fuel our fire. So based on what we've learned throughout this, our own heroic journey, how can we use that information as fuel to guide us to where we need to go? And this really is, like fuel energy. I'm thinking like fire, I'm thinking gas, right? So using some of that strategy to light a fire under our ass, to really do that thing to serve how we want to serve at this time. and really looking at the details to seeing how you could do that. It also, so when Mars entered into Virgo, it also conjunct Pallas Athena, and I've been traveling a lot with Pallas Athena. Pallas Athena is the goddess of war, is the goddess of strategic war. So yes, Mars is like all about the action, all about doing, right? But her brother, which is Mars, right? So Pallas Athena's brother is Mars. So but she's really about that strategic. It's like, okay, before we go out here and fight these wars and fight these battles, let's plan, let's strategize, let's really think about how we can win the battle. Pallas Athena beat Mars's asses a lot, okay? Even though Mars was the planet of war and action, Pallas Athena beat his ass because she was strategic about it. She didn't just go for it. She used that strategic mind. So this Mars entering into Virgo conjunct with Pallas Athena is just reminding us to use that strategy, to use the patterns and looking at the patterns and weaving those patterns into our story right now as the sacred warrior. And as we're really entering during this time, using heart inspired action during this time. So those are some of the raw energies that we were dealing with on Monday. And on Tuesday, Mercury enters into Leo. Mercury enters into Leo, and we talked about it opposing Pluto. Opposing Pluto really, this is energy of feeling uncomfortable because Pluto transits are really never comfortable, especially in opposition. Because it's really getting into underneath the surface, like really digging up that stuff underneath the surface that we want to hide, So we're feeling exposed. We're feeling vulnerable right now. It's an opportunity to have empathetic listen, great opportunity to talk to your therapist right now, because some of those deep things that have been kind of swept under the rug are coming to the surface, and our thought process, like, okay, how are we going to deal with it? Maybe we need to talk to somebody about it. Great time for some shadow work, uncovering truths, changing our thought pattern. We can be obsessive with negative thoughts and negative thinking. So try to stay positive, okay? Start to trace positive. Let's work on switching some of those thoughts, obsessive thoughts. Be aware of other people having obsessive thoughts and obsessing over things. So really, really be mindful of that at this time. So that's the energy that we have going on Tuesday. Wednesday is kind of light. So it's a day of integration. Like, Mars entered into Virgo. Mercury entered into Leo, which I didn't talk about, but Wednesdays is really a time to process all of that. It's a time to integrate all of that. But let's go back and talk about Mercury in Leo. Mercury in Leo. Mercury in Leo is all about embodiment of your own like really embodying your thoughts, like, right, like it's not really a thing, because like how can our thoughts really be royal, but like seeing our thoughts as royal, as royalty, as regal, as like, yes, I am the king or I am the queen of my own throne, and I'm putting my thoughts into allowing my thoughts to be its own queen on its own throne, or its king on its own throne. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me and my Mercury shadow retrograde natally planet mind. But yeah, so how can we really do that? And Mercury and Leo is really taking those thoughts, those communications, the data, right? And Leo is really that creative energy, that that childlike play, energy, really having our thoughts being on a stage. So maybe you're writing out and you're publishing, or you're writing on social media, or creating on your stage, whatever your stage may be, whether that's a blog, whether that's YouTube, whether that's whatever, but you're communicating some of those thoughts that have been in your inner mind, because Mercury, and I did a video on this, so if you wanted to check this out, I'll make sure I link that below. But Mercury has been in the water. Mercury has really been in this emotional state. So now that you've arrived out of the waters, right? We're in Leo, we're in fire. How can we use some of those data that we've gotten in the processes and the information that we've gotten during that Mercury in Cancer to really light a fire under our ass to get this shit done. It's really all, it's a masculine active energy inspiring us to take the stage and to broadcast to our audience, you know. Also, which I think is interesting, what I thought about this transit, y'all. So you know about the Keke Palmer situation, right? And Mercury entering into Leo really speaks about like celebrity drama really being like the highlight, and lots of celebrity drama, you know, coming out. And I just think it's so interesting as Mercury enters into Leo. We've been having so many conversations about Keke Palmer and her baby daddy, and what he did, and how he was talking, and how he was sharing his information on Twitter on a broad social stage about her being a mother to who? Leotis. Which I think is just so funny because her son literally has Leo in its name. And this whole, you know, trifecta of the Keke Palmer, the baby daddy, and the boy being in the middle of this, because he was saying, "Your mom, how you gonna be in these streets acting like that?" But Keke Palmer is like, "Bitch, I'm going to flaunt this body, okay? This postpartum body with all the curves popping everywhere. You better be lucky." Okay, this is coming home to you. Okay, but I digress. I digress. But I just thought that was a funny pop culture kind of thing around this. So look out for some celebrity drama. You know, I'm a Gemini, so I do love the tea. I do like me some celebrity tea every now and then. I do like to sip me some celebrity tea. So look at the celebrity drama that's out here in these streets, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot. So yeah, Wednesday is a day of integration, but no major planetary planets. But this day, which we'll talk about shortly, when we go into the human design transit, this day is where Mercury is moving. Mercury is moving into gate 31. So we'll talk about that. So there is some HD movement, but planetary wise, we're integrating on Wednesday. Um, I believe also maybe on Wednesday. I know sometime this week. I'm not sure the exact date, so my apologies. But the sun is sextiling with Uranus, and the sun is also squaring. The sun in Cancer is sextiling with Uranus in Taurus, and the sun in Cancer is squaring Chiron in Aries. So that's bringing us some healing towards the or prompting us for some healing towards the end of the week here. So towards the end of the week, um, we have some of those energies. I'm looking at Thursday. I'm looking at Friday. Thursday's really asking us to like sit with the uncomfortability. Again, we have these Mercury opposing Pluto energies. So I know therapy. I got my therapy appointment scheduled for Thursday. So I'm super excited about that, to talk about some of the things that have been coming up for me. And if you're looking for something to talk about in therapy, invitation to look at your natal chart, and your natal chart will tell you where a certain, you know, highlight is happening. You know, the sun is in Cancer. Where is Cancer in your natal chart? For me, Cancer rules the does it rule the fourth house for me? I can't remember, y'all. Cancer. But I'll do Mercury, for example. So Mercury, for example, is so Leo rules my 12th house. My 12th house of you know, behind the scenes, the inner world, spirituality, like all of those things behind the veil, isolation. So as Mercury enters into Leo, I'm really going into my inner cave. I'm really isolating right now, and I'm really like diving deep and, you know, doing all of that stuff. So maybe I want to bring some 12th house energy to my therapy session. Or if Cancer rules your fourth house, for example, which it does in the astrological chart, but if Cancer rules your fourth house, maybe you're talking about your family home, your roots, your ancestry, and where and how you're feeling some of it. I know this because somebody in my family is going through this right now, and those themes are currently being illuminated. So I told them, I'm like, maybe you need to talk about this in therapy, you know, because this is being spotlighted for you. And, you know, this is such a sensitive area. 12th house, 4th house, very sensitive areas. Invitation with the Mercury opposing Pluto and the Sun squaring off with Chiron to talk about some of these energies. Where is Chiron right now? Where is Aries right now in your chart? Aries for me is in the 8th house, you know? So Chiron for me is traveling through my 8th house of other people's resources, death, rebirth, you know, really transformation. So Lord knows I'm transforming and I'm healing in lots of ways, child. And that's why I feel like this Mercury and Leo is like, you know, go into isolation, and Mercury is my ruling planet. So this is really the theme. So go really into isolation. However, from what you've learned, from what you've gathered in the out in the underworld, whatever stage you want to present that information to, an invitation to do that with that Leo energy. So I'm doing this here in this Zen Wellness space on my YouTube channel. You know, I used to go on IG Live, and I'm not really as present on IG as I normally am, because I feel so exposed there, and I really want to, you know, go into my inner cave right now. So YouTube, I feel like, is a comfortable place or a comfortable stage for me to share some of those downloads that I have gotten behind the veil a little bit. So Sun squaring off with Chiron is, we're feeling a little bit off about ourselves. We're not feeling ourselves. We're feeling like there is something off with us personally. Again, Chiron and Aries. Aries is the I am, the energies of the me. It's me. It's me. So Chiron, what is the healing for me? How am I feeling, right? So when's the Sun, which is, you know, vitality and bringing a spotlight, squaring off with that Chiron and Aries energy. It's the Sun in Cancer. It's like really wanting us to feel like the emotional feels, but squaring off with Chiron and Aries, it's like I'm feeling, you know, things about me that don't feel good, that I'm really realizing needs healing. So some of these energies are coming up because what is a square? A square really invites you to break through something. So this square off is really an invitation to break through some of the core wounding that we have about our own identity, about our own selves. We're questioning ourselves. Do we really belong? Do I belong here? Do I belong there? Who do I belong to? Where do I belong? You know, where do I belong? Is it on this ghetto ass earth? Maybe I belong in the stars. We need you in this earth, so please study on this ghetto ass earth. The notes are shifting, so maybe there's a shift coming in the collective. We need you. So, you know, asking some of those questions, but it reminds us to align with who we are, who we are, who we are, and fall in line to who we are all about, if that makes sense. It's an opportunity to get present with who we are and who we aren't, and to be true to ourselves. So be true to yourself, right? Be true to your self. Speak empowerment into yourself during the weekend, during these days. The Sun Sextiling Uranus during the weekend, as I said, is a delightful surprise. You know, things are sparking up, sporadic, you know, things might come that are beautiful, that's leading us into action. You know, turning our feelings into understanding. Again, Sun in Cancer is really like feeling all the feels, but with the sextile, we're able to understand what we're feeling, and find new ways to go about and to act on how we're feeling. Okay, so that was just the cosmic energies for the week. And next week, buckle up, buttercup, because we got a lot of shifts. Venus, we've been in the Venus retrograde shadow, but Venus will actually go retrograde next week. We have the nodes shifting next week, so lots and lots of shifts coming up next week. So this is a week to just like really like ride the waves, to be prepared, like prep ourselves and really tune into the energetic energy so that we're prepared for next week and what's to come. So let's talk about the human design transits of the week. So this is something new that I've been exploring. As the cosmic doula, I feel like the cosmic doula shift is going deeper into human design. And so with this, each planet, as the planet travels throughout the astrological wheel, the planets also travel through the I forgot, is it a hexagram? The hexagram wheel. Do I have a picture of it? If I printed it out, but I don't. But I think I'll talk about this more on another video. I think I'll do another video, and so once I do that, I'll make sure that I link it in this video below. But I'll talk about briefly. So I won't get in, yeah, because Spirit's saying like talk about that at another time. So I will, but I'll just explain overall energy. So the sun is the main topic. So this, wherever the sun transit in whichever gate, that's like our main topic for the collective. The earth gate is where we experience, where is the topic where we the topic of the week that we experience. The Mercury obviously is our thoughts of the week, the thought topics. The nodes are our external environment. So the north node will be the external environment that we're heading towards. The south node would be the external environment that we're releasing. The Venus transit and the gate that Venus is in is where we value. Mars is where conflict would happen. Jupiter is where growth and potential could possibly happen. Saturn is where restriction is popping up for us. And Neptune gate, where is what is affecting our mood. And I think I want to start there because Neptune, as we know, Neptune, you know, in the sign stays in a sign for a long time. So we've been in this Neptune energy in gate 36 of crisis for a while. Can we feel it when we're talking about what's affecting our mood? It's crisis, the global crisis affecting our mood. Again, we're thinking about outer planets, right? Outer planets, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, personal planets, Sun, Mercury, Venus, right? So outer planets deal with like the collective, the social. Personal planets deal with us personally, right? So Neptune, what's affecting us socially, globally? Emotional crisis, gate 36. So the invitation for this gate with emotional crisis allows cycles for confusion to create clarity and change for rebirth. So we're going through this crisis for rebirth. I look out at the weekend, Relief for Haiti, power to the people. Just thinking about that makes me want to cry. Thinking about this gate 36 and how the crisis of what Haiti has been going through, how it's allowing things for confusion to create clarity for things for change. Haitian people are getting clarity. Hey, we need to unite. We need to get control of this shit so we can regain the beautiful country that we have it back in our control. So that is the general energy of the 36th gate. And with Neptune affecting our mood, the global crisis is affecting our moods for an opportunity to change, and using this emotional crisis as an opportunity to create clarity and change for the new world and new rebirth. That's what I put here. That's what I put here because I feel like that's the energy. That's the energy. That's the energy. So I'm going to work backwards, right? From the outer planets to the personal planets. So Saturn is currently in the restriction gate. I didn't write the gate number down here, my apologies, but it's also about excuse me, it's in the friendship gate, and Saturn is restrictions. So this energy is friendship, bringing community together through nurturing friendships, creating community through warmth and friendliness. So this is where we may be having some restrictions, right? So we may find restrictions when trying to emotionally connect with others with openness. So just being aware that you might find restrictions through, restrictions with your friends or just trying to connect with others. Just be aware, or within the global, right? So globally, we're not friends with each other, right? We're fighting left and right. We see that there's restrictions with people being open. People are not as open. We're going back into the 60s. We're going back into like that segregation thinking, like, oh, we're good because we do this, we go because we do that. We're not having that friendly gate, right? We're not being open. We're finding restrictions through that. So this is an invitation for us to connect emotionally as we can to others. The Jupiter is in gate 24, which is the gate of realization, discerning ideas that are inspiring. Each time we revisit something deeper, understanding creates realization through repetition. Okay, so it creates realization through repetition. So this is where our growth and potential happen. So through repetition, we're able to grow and we're able to expand and into great potential. So that's for our collective. And I wrote here, we can find growth through revisiting something for a deeper knowledge while discerning ideas that are inspiring. So we're discerning our ideas, but we're also finding growth in something deeper. And so Mars is all about conflict, and it's going to be in the gate 29, perseverance, and then in Tuesday, which is today, it enters the gate of sexuality, which is an intimate bond or intimacy, the gate of intimacy and intimacy bonds, because I know this very well because my conscious earth gate is in 59. So I'm all about intimacy and sexuality. So with this, the conflict around us is saying yes to what lights you up and moving into forming an intimate bonds with those that you feel close with. Okay. So Venus, what we value is currently in gate 29. So this week, we are valuing what lights us up. We are valuing what lights us up, the gate of perseverance, saying yes to what lights you up. So we're valuing what lights us up this week, okay? Value what lights you up this week. The nodes are our external environment. The North Node is in gate 3, the ordering, the transformative work. And the gate 3 is all about like entrepreneur and, doing that transformative work. The South Node is in gate 50, the gate of values, of the value, your own personal values to benefit the collective. So understanding that, and as we're entering next week, the nodes are shifting into Libra and Aries, like, okay, like Libra, for the collective, for the greater good, for humanity, for those, for justice, for all. Yes, those are the values that we are in, but how can we use that in our own work to transform those around us, right? A transformative work. It's like our heart desired passion, where that's the North Node that we're heading towards. So I wrote here, heading towards innovation to transform the way you approach your work while reflecting on your values, the ones that you keep and the ones that you need to release. So focusing and, heading towards that transformative work on the values that you want to keep, and releasing the values that no longer serve you, right? With that nodal shift. And Mercury, which is our thought topic of the week, it does a lot. So Mercury moves fast through the human design thing. So we got 3 major gates that we're talking about this week. So Sunday through Tuesday is Mercury was in gate 56, which is also all about simulation. It brings events to the past to tell a story, to speak to our human experience. And then Wednesday through Friday, Mercury will be in gate 31, which is all about influence, the voice of a leader. So we going from learning from our past in order to tell a story, to being that leader, to voicing that information. Okay, Mercury on your stage, which we talked about, right? And then Friday through Monday is the gate of privacy. So we go from this like this wave of like, okay, downloads, understanding, reflecting on the past, to being a voice and being extroverted and sharing that and being our own leader, to now going back. So now that I've done that, what is the post energies like? Really, what have I learned, or what new data have I gained from vocalizing, from being out that Wednesday through Friday? Now we're going back into our privacy, back into our inner world, to reflect on the experiences for integration, so that we can share even more when we get back out. I know this very well as a Virgo. I constantly go into hiding and constantly emerge. I'm like, ah, guys, guess what I downloaded from my inner flame? Now I gotta go back in my hermit. So what I wrote here, starting the week, events come in that help us tell our story. In the middle of the week, we voice that story as a leader. Towards the end of the week, into the weekend, we go into hermit mode to reflect on the experience. Okay. So yeah, that's that during that sun squaring off with Chiron, reflecting on the experience after we've told our story as a leader during the Sun Sextile Uranus. So you see how these are connected. I love it so much. I love it so much. The Earth Gate. So this is where we experience, where we gain most of our experience for the week, where we gain most of our experience of the week. So Sunday through Wednesday, we were in Gate 61, which is all about the mysteries of life, spirituality, esoteric, all the things that I love, the mysteries of life, what's behind the veil, tapping into the mysteries to seek the inner truth on a deeper level of self-acceptance and inner knowing. So from that mystery of life, from Sunday to Wednesday, we then transition from Thursday to next Tuesday. Earth will transition into Gate 53, which is a gate all about beginnings, about starting new projects and businesses. So I feel like this week, Spirit's really giving us some insights and some downloads to really take with us, to start something new, to start a new project. To start a new project or to start a new business. So really tune into your intuition during this time. The mysteries, the signs, the synchronicities, all of those are definitely at play this week. And that's where most of our experience is for the week. So starting off the week, we're experiencing life mysteries to help us tap into our intuition and inner knowing. We can create new beginnings or projects based on our inner knowing. Okay. And last but certainly not least, we talk about the main topic for the week. So the main topic of the week, we are in Gate from Sunday to Wednesday, Gate 53, which we talked about already in the Earth Gate. So we are already, the main topics, we're already starting some of those new businesses, the Gate of Beginning. We're already starting some of those new projects. That's like really the main topic for the week. And then Thursday through next week we'll be in Gate 62, so we'll be getting into the details. So now that we've already started a project, initiated the project, now we're getting into the nitty-gritty details with Gate 62, explaining a concept on ideas in the step-to-step process and how to organize those ideas to create something from it. So I wrote here, the first half of the week we are working on a project or getting something new started. By the end of the week, we are explaining the concept and the ideas and reflecting on the step-by-step process it will take to organize the concepts, to create something from that concept. And boy, oh boy, that's what I'm feeling right now with my partnerships, with my own Zen wellness, mama soul love offerings. That's definitely the main topic for me. So if that's resonating for you, go ahead and send me a like, or send me a like. Post that in the comments, even if you just want to do a thumbs up, like, and let me know that's resonated for you. That's cool. Thumbs up, whether it's a thumbs up of the video or thumbs up, like literally an emoji thumbs up. I'm here for it. So this week we're powering our lives. We're reflecting on what brings us pleasure and desire. We're finding new ways to open up to people and our family around us. It's a great time for shadow work, therapy. We're combating obstacles to help make us better. There's the big planetary energies that are at play are Mars within Virgo and Mercury in Leo. Invitation to switch things up, to be strategic with our planning. This week we're facing our shit. So we're really getting into that as Monday through in the beginning of the week, information is being uncovered. And then next week, we already talked about that. We got some major shifts. So that's a lot. That's a lot, but as your Zen Wellness Mama, your cosmic doula, I'm here to provide you with the information so that you feel empowered yourself to birth whatever you need to birth into this world, to do whatever you need to do into this world, to be the hero of your own story, So before I leave you all, I will pull some cards for this week, or for this energy that we just talked about. I'll be pulling from my Sacred Forest Oracle, and then as a general energy, and then I will leave you all with an archetypes card that you can flow with for the use as an energy, as a main character energy, as a hero journey energy for the week, or however you want to use it, however you want to use this archetypes card. So invitation to hang in there. If you're hanging in with me, thank you. I know it's been a minute. I think it's like 44 minutes. so far on this video, which 44 is one of my favorite numbers. So thank you, Spirit, for just giving me some extra, encouragement to continue on. Okay, we got our first card, and we're seeing this as the general energy, and I love the bottom. Ooh, I mean, come on, come through. Yes, we are in the energies of activation. Activation, the spirit guardian of spring. Activation 36. So we're in this energy of activation, which we talked about already. Like lots of things are coming to the surface that we need to sit with, like lots of planetary movements and lots of nodal movements. Like we got some big energy. Venus retrograde coming up. Things are being activated for us. And I want to just read really quickly the what the spirit guardian of spring has to say, because I feel like they have a message before I go ahead and internal in. Get ready. Big changes are ahead. Things have been incubating are now coming into life. A profound transition is ahead. Take risks, keep going, and prepare this time for upheaval and for things to come into fruition, into renewal. The end result will be glorious. So things are being activated to us now. For us now. Don't hesitate. The time is now to take action, even if we're afraid to do so. Now's the time. And I've really seen the two cards that also popped out with it, the general energy. So this new moon in Cancer is all about the family, right? So we have the wolf spirit with family here, and we have the moon energy here. So this new moon in Cancer is going to really help us. Really, I feel like the activation is really stirring up now. Like we really feel like we need to take action, but we may not be here. But after the emotional new moon in Cancer, we're really going to feel the feels that we need in order to activate the things that we need to do in this life, or the things that we need to do right now. So in order to bring us prosperity, because this was on the bottom of the deck, in order to bring us prosperity, yeah, it might be hard work. The bees they work hard, but it's going to be prosperity. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be beautiful. Okay, lovely. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this Cancer new moon that is coming up, and I have some beautiful things working on in the background with the Cancer new moon that is going to activate something, a special offering that I'm very excited to bring to you all. So make sure that you stay tuned, subscribe to my newsletter if you haven't. I will be sharing this Notion document with my newsletter this week. I just feel called to do that, and I think moving forward, and I see a vow popping out here, so Spirit's telling me I need to take a vow or really move forward towards this action of creating. If you like this, and if you really think I should take a vow on doing this, Cosmic Insight weekly or monthly, or if you're interested in purchasing the this Notion dashboard and document, basically what I do is I channel information from human design, from the astrology charts, and I take notes from different podcasts that I read. And so if you're interested in that, I'm more than happy to share that. Like I said, I share that with my clients that I work with on a consistent basis. But if that's something that you just want to buy, like, as an evergreen, or for the month, or if you think that I should do them for the month, and that would be like a great document. And I also put all the resources and downloads in a really clear, concise, beautiful, aesthetic way that you can understand. But if that's something that interests to you, let me know, because I'll be more than happy to have that as a soul love offering on my website that you can download and check out. And I'll give a sneak peek to my newsletter. So if that's interest of you, go ahead and sign down below. If you find this after the email has been sent out to my newsletter, just DM me or reach out to me, email me. You can find me at zenwellnessspace@gmail.com. So yeah, email me. I'm more than happy to send that to you after as well, because like I said, this is going to be a special one because it's got the human design transits, which is a lot of really great information. So all of that being said, and by subscribing to my newsletter, you get a free gift to help you dismantle and reprogram your mindset around wellness. Because in this Zen wellness space, we're all about intuitive wellness. Fuck what the wellness industry says. We're tuning into our own intuition to figure out what wellness means for us. And so if you want a little Notion workbook to help you get familiar with Notion, go ahead and check that out, and you'll be subscribed to my newsletter. All right. I love this for us because this definitely speaks to the energy that we all have been talking about, the hunter energy. We are being free. We are going after what we want. We're traveling. We're hunting, our true heart's desires. We're entering a new paradigm shift. We're quantum leaping. We're activating right now. We're activating and heading towards that. So I love this, hunter. So what are you hunting right now? Are you being hunted? Do you need to shift that narrative around in order to be the hunter? Spirit's really asking us right now at this time to be the hunter. Do I have my book? Let's see if I can quickly find this, y'all. I hope I can, because it's already been a long video and I don't want to keep y'all too long. But the good thing about this, there's timestamps. You can do a speed fast forward or not. So am I really sorry? I'm not sorry, because you can use this video however you please. Come back to it, even if it's after this week's transit. Like, these videos last forever, and I feel like if you come across it, there's always a message for you at the time that you need. So the hunter is the seeker, the pursuer, the predator. It's when it's in light, it's focused and energized, respectful and seasoned. When in the dark, it's irresponsible and violent. And the hunter hunts. They are precise with their mission and their aim to return to a home, not to return to home empty-handed. The hunter's eye. The archetype on this journey will journey wide and far. The prize that calls to them, to their heart or their stomach. So that's the heart, what you're feeling in your heart intuitively, or what you're feeling in your stomach, in your gut, especially if you're sacral authority. You feel that? You feel that? You feel that? The tales of bravery in frets and strength often result in creating a life full of adventure, for the hunter is skillful, quick, and decisive, and results oriented. So get detailed, get hunt, okay? Mars and Virgo, get detailed. This is like Mars and Virgo, Mercury and Leo energy. I'm here for it. I think I could stop there. And your thoughts, your words, your thoughts have power. Your swords have power. So remembering that at this time. I think that's all, y'all. Love y'all so much. If this resonated for you, give me a thumbs up. And like I said, you could just do an emoji in the chat, or if there is a certain transit for you that is going through, or if you have a question for me, go ahead and pop that in the comments below. If you tell me your rising sign, I will be more than happy to share like an area of life where this is focused for you, so you can go to therapy about it, or talk to your friends about it, or process it, or journal about it. So much love to you all, and I will catch you all in the next video.